Subscribe the channel for latest updates. Press the bell icon. Get ready for the dictation at the count of 3, 2, 1, start. On this backdrop, when the evidence of PW11, the medical officer, is seen that at 9 am itself, the doctor examined PW2 on the requisition of SHO under bracket rural, who was accompanied by police constable who was PW14. There is no question of PW1 registering the FIR. PW14 also admitted that even by the time they reached the hospital, MLA was stated to have come to the hospital and the legal advisors were also found in the hospital. A compromise relating to shares in the suit property was entered into between the plaintiff appellants and the predecessors in interest of the defendant respondents. The plaintiffs filed a suit for declaration that they were in possession as owner of share and in joint possession of half of the share of the land along with the respondents, and the entries in the revenue record of rights should be corrected. The trial court dismissed the suit, accepting the defendant's plea that the suit, having been filed after 18 years of the compromise, was barred by limitation in view of the Article 58 of the Schedule to the Limitation Act 1963, where under the suit have been filed within 3 years of the compromise. The plaintiffs, having remained unsuccessful in the first appeal as also in the second appeal, filed the appeal. In the instant case, the right to sue accrued when a clear and unequivocal threat to infringe that right by the defendants was given, as they refused to admit the claim of the appellants only 7 days before filing of the suit. Therefore, as noted in paragraph 16 of the plaint, the suit was filed within 3 years from the date of infringement, and as such, the suit cannot be held to be barred by limitation. The courts below, including the High Court, had proceeded entirely on a wrong footing that the cause of action arose on the date of entering into the compromise, and therefore the suit was barred by limitation. Whether or not the compromise decree was acted upon and whether delivery of possession had taken place has to be decided by the trial court before it could come to a proper conclusion that the suit was barred by limitation. The question of filing the suit before the right accrued to the plaintiffs by compromise could not arise. The High Court fell in grave error in holding that the suit was barred by time and ignored to appreciate that the right of the appellants to have the revenue record corrected arose when the appellants came to know about the wrong entry and the respondents failed to join the appellants in getting it corrected. The High Court was not justified in holding that mere existence of a wrong entry in the revenue records does not, in law, give rise to a cause of action within the meaning of Article 58 of the Schedule of the Act. The impugned judgment of the High Court on the question that the suit was barred by limitation cannot be sustained. Therefore, the judgment of the High Court is set aside and the matter remitted back to it for decision on merits expeditiously. Next appeal is directed against the final judgment and order of a learned judge of the Punjab and Haryana High Court dismissing a second appeal, being regular second appeal number 22 of 1995 inter alia, on the ground that the suit for declaration and injunction filed on 21st of August 1988 was barred. Stop.